Nation on X says 220 Rockstar North employees have signed a letter demanding that more than 30 colleagues recently fired and what it alleges is a union busting are immediately reinstated. Now, we talked about this the other day when it first happened, and we laughed. We're like, there's nothing Rockstar or parent company Take Two is going to do about this. So right now, we have updates of them now standing outside of the office and complaining and wanting a game union. Henry Lopez says this morning, Rockstar offices in London shaming the company for their disgraceful behavior and demanding the reinstatement of 31 workers who were sacked in a blatant case of trade union victimization. I love the lefty lunatics victimization words and union busting. We will fight them in court and in the streets. Whoa, is that a call to action right there? I will say before we play this clip here, if I was Rockstar or parent company Take Two and I got a hint of people trying to unionize to get more money out of me, I'd be trying to find ways to get rid of them too. Just saying. And I spoke about this before when I was talking about my experience in the game industry, where I went in fully understanding that guaranteed work is only as guaranteed as long as they need you. And when that time's up, that's show business. Welcome to the entertainment industry. There are no promises. There are no guarantees. You do it for the love of the game. You want a guarantee of work? Go make your own company. Go make your own product, especially nowadays with the advent of AI and your ability to teach yourself and learn how to make games on your own. If you want to support yourself, these companies, to me at least, have no obligation to guarantee you a job forever if there's nothing going on and they need you for. It's the same thing with kind of a sidebar here too. Let me give myself full screen for this. My dad used to own a construction company. I worked construction for about 10 years of my life. A story my dad once told me is when they would work in conjunction with other companies that were unionized construction, the union would come in, they would lay a certain amount of bricks, and they'd be done. They wouldn't work to a certain time. They would put to the brick. They'd be like, and that is the last brick of my day. I'm done. And they leave. And they are guaranteed payment, full payment for the day for doing what the amount of bricks were. And my dad running his own company is like, no, I'm going to work harder than that. I'm going to continue working to prove my worth to these people to make sure that they want our business in the future. And they wouldn't just stop at, oh, we finished 120 bricks today. No, we just keep going until the clock struck 5 o'clock and you were done. And my dad always said, like, the unions in construction, while there could be reasons for them, more often than not, it was just a way to be lazy, a way to not work any harder than you had to. And I kind of took that with me when I went to work in the game world. And I'm like, these people just want to put their legs on the desk. And if there's no work to do, they're just guaranteed a job because they're part of a union. That's a problem in the game industry because there's not always work to do. It ebbs and flows. And if they need you, they'll bring you in and they'll pay you for the work. And they might keep you around for a few extra days just in case stuff comes up. But they're under no obligation to keep paying you and have nothing for you to do. That's what these people want. So again, not to be a corpo bootlicker, but I take the perspective of if I'm running the company, why would I just keep paying people money for not doing anything? That makes no sense at all. And I have always taken that perspective in the entertainment industry. But anyways, so let's check this video that this guy presented of these people that laughably demand that they get their jobs back for 31 workers. I think they're trying to get the public perception to make it feel like Take Two are the bad guys here, which they might be, but Take Two can just say, go pound sand, guys. We don't care. And you know the other problem that they're going to run into? This strikes me as like the same people that put the United States flags upside down that have Trump derangement syndrome. That I get the same vibes from them right here. It's, it's just weird. It's so obnoxious. They're blowing the vuvuzela, pounding drums. This guy's got a megaphone, and everyone's so loud with the noises, you can't even hear the dude in the megaphone. It's pretty counterproductive. Now, if these people act like this when they get fired, just imagine what the office was like when they were working in it. Think about that too. Wow. So that was definitely something. Shep says, when I finally own our game studio, anyone found pushing union shit will be executed. Alonis says, I support Rockstar. They have the right to protect their assets, which ultimately benefits gamers. Employees who reveal the secrets of the company in Discord group should be ashamed of themselves, which is allegedly what they were fired for. Y'all are laying yourselves off. People will protest against anything these days. I'd imagine a company this size would have done their homework before a mass sacking. That's what I said back when we first covered this situation, where I'm like, no, they're not about to take on 31 or 32 lawsuits from people and lose. They have their work done, their T's are crossed, their I's are dotted or eaten, and they did their homework to make sure that they will not be in trouble legally with this. And I even said when I covered that previously, I'm like, if it turns out to be wrong, I will be like, damn, I was very wrong about Rockstar and Take-Two. They're idiots. I don't think they are. The ones who were leaking private information about the company in a Discord chat, that's gross misconduct, G. Notice that they never talk about what they did. This is the thing, and I said this previously too. If they did not leak anything, and there is no evidence of any misconduct at the company, they have an automatic win in the court of law. So what are we doing here? They want you to think that Rockstar and Take-Two are union busting. They want to misdirect the actions that they were actually fired for. This comes to us from GameIndustry.biz, which is probably going to be pro-employee, which is typically what these journals do, but I've not read this yet, so let's see. Over 200 Rockstar North staff signed letter demanding immediate reinstatement of fired colleagues. You can demand all you want. They're not going to do anything. Who cares? Look at us. We all signed this. Rockstar be like, and? Independent Workers Union of Great Britain says letter has been handed to senior management at developer. Congratulations. Sophie McAvoy, I think they have me blocked on Twitter. So you know you're dealing with the winner right there. That's someone that's going to care about the industry and not their friends. 220 employees at Rockstar North have signed a letter condemning the dismissal of 31 workers amid union busting accusations. The letter, which was handed to senior management, saw staff demand the immediate reinstatement of their colleagues after they were fired on October 30th. At the time, the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain accused Rockstar of union busting, as all workers affected were members. The developer claimed that these dismissals were due to people leaking confidential information and were not related to union activities. This led to protests outside Rockstar North and Take-Two Interactive's offices in London and Edinburgh last Friday. Further protests are planned to take place outside Take-Two's office in London today, which happened, and I was just showing you the video of that. In addition to a rally outside the company's Paris headquarters, led by members of Les Syndicats des Travailleurs des Jeux Vidéo. Another protest will take place outside Holyrood. There's a Holyrood in Edinburgh next week to coincide with a cross-party parliamentary group meeting on Scotland's game industry. As Eurogamer reports, Liberal Democrat MP for Edinburgh West Christine Jardine brought up claims of Rockstar's union busting to the House of Commons earlier this week. Jardine noted on social media that she urged ministers to support workers who have lost their jobs and stop this from happening again. I keep going back to this. A lot of misdirection and a lot of crying. If they were fired without cause, or Rockstar is lying about the cause that they were fired, sue them and win infinite money and start your own game studio with that infinite money and best of both worlds. What are we doing? What they want to do is they did an act that they do not want to be accountable for. And now they want to misdirect what they did to something else and get people just to get mad at Rockstar and Take-Two. And I hate taking the side of a major game company in the corporate world. But when you have an out and you're not taking it, I have to take their side. I have to, because I'm like, why are you doing this? This is weird. It's almost like you're trying to hide what you did wrong. Earlier this week, IWGB filed formal legal claims against Rockstar amid the union busting accusations. It claimed that Rockstar declined to meet with the union regarding the dismissals. They don't need to. Despite our representation and attempts to meet with Rockstar to resolve the matter through negotiation, Rockstar declined and persisted to terminate all members of the union in a manner that is unacceptable and unlawful. Okay, sue them. Accordingly, we have now issued formal legal claims against Rockstar on behalf of the claimants. Our members allege that Rockstar's conduct constitutes trade union victimization and blacklisting. Okay, let's see what happens with it then. But until then, stop crying outside saying, give us our jobs back. No, they fired you and they told you why they fired you. Now you need to fight them in court for it. They're not going to be like, oh, sorry about that. What were we thinking? Whoopsie, didn't mean to fire you guys. I guess we'll just let you back and full back pay. For what reason? Other than we just want this to stop? None of it makes any sense. I'm very curious to see where this goes legally. And like I said, I will admit that I was completely wrong. If they do win and they do prove that Rockstar had nothing on them, then I'd be like, that's fucked. They definitely had cause of action and they should win infinite money from Rockstar if that's the case. But until that actually happens, I'm on Rockstar's side. But I'll leave that there.